Hello and welcome back to day 5 of the experiment week with Football Manager 2018. I've mentioned it possibly in one of the early videos yesterday. I'm still working out the schedule as I'm recording them all, so it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy and a bit up in the air. But today we're looking at Real Madrid, whatever day this is in. I'm pretty sure this is on the Friday and this is day 5, so we're sticking with that. Hopefully this bit isn't a complete farce in the edit and having to put loads of text in to correct myself. But as we're looking at it, we're looking at Friday and it's Real Madrid. So obviously earlier in the week, I think it was, I'm recording this again on the Saturday. They're all recorded a bit all over the place, which is why I'm not sure with the schedule and what's coming out where and how some of these might not flow quite as clearly and cleanly as I would have hoped. But I think on the Wednesday, I think it's maybe the Thursday even, Real Madrid, no, I think it was the Wednesday, pretty sure it was the Wednesday, Real Madrid was, I don't know, resigned, quit, sacked, not quite sure yet, haven't really looked too much into it other than the fact that he's left, but he's left Real Madrid. There's a couple of names floating around. The joking one is Alan Pardew. There's been a few funny tweets on Twitter like him at the press conference of Real Madrid, but the two we're going with today are Pochettino and Arsene Wenger. Now, Arsene Wenger was wanted by Barcelona and Real Madrid for years, possibly not so much in the last couple of years, but now he's available. You know, he's got a decent squad there, he's got a bit of money there to play with. Who knows, maybe they will make a move for him finally after all, even if it's just like for a year or two until maybe Pochettino, if he doesn't go this time, will be available in a couple of years, because obviously he's got a new contract at the moment. Might not be quite so easy to get him out of that, or very cheap even. So Wenger might even be a temporary stopgap for them. So what we're going to do today, we're going to look at Wenger, Pochettino, how this game thinks they're going to get on at Real Madrid. And we're also going to look at Zidane in both iterations. Does he go anywhere? Does he progress on to any other jobs? Does he take anything different? And also in this, I think that Wenger is still the Arsenal manager, not Unai Emery, I'm pretty sure. So we need to look at who took the Arsenal job, if I didn't put Unai Emery in, and who took the Spurs job. And we may scope this out into more than one season, but I don't think we need to, really. I think we'll just keep this as a one season. If you do want to see sort of further, let me know. But I mean, all these saves, and I'm saying in all these saves, let me know if you want to see a second part. But I've got about 20 saves on the computer right now, and it's really hogging it and slowing it down. So it might not be an issue, and I don't think this one really requires a second series. It's a big team; they should manage to do, and big managers, so they should really manage to do something in the first year, some sort of good story, hopefully. And we're going to see if Real Madrid, with either of those managers, can win the 4th Champions League in a row. Can Wenger do it? If Wenger does go to Real Madrid, I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, it'll be typical. He goes to Real Madrid now, wins the Champions League, and typical we couldn't do it with us." Fair play. I hope he does. He deserves to win a Champions League medal. He couldn't do it with us. Okay, we came close in 2006. Probably a little bit robbed by a referee decision, but I'm not bitter about that at all. I promise. But I wish him well if he does go there. I hope he does well. And obviously he can't meet Arsenal in it this year, so he's not going to be doing one over us. So crack on, lad, crack on. Hopefully he does do it. Pochettino, not so much. With the Tottenham link there, not so much. Hope he carries on with that tradition of being a good manager, progressive manager, but hasn't won anything. Until he wins something, no one can call him a fantastic manager. He hasn't won anything yet, really. So we're going to get in, first of all, I think we're looking at Wenger on this first one. I can't remember which one I clicked. And it's not Real, is it? It's Real Madrid on this game. I haven't used the name fix, I don't think. So he's still manager, and it is Arsene Wenger we're looking at. So we're right in June, end of the first season. I mean, you can see straight away, he's won the league. So that's a great start for him. We go, so 99 points, absolutely strolled it. 12 points clear, lost 3 games all season, drew 3. I mean, it was the draws that ultimately costed Barcelona, but Real Madrid won them, and probably to be expected. Ronaldo top scorer, couple of others. Vieto, they must have signed him from Atletico Madrid or Sevilla. Atletico Madrid. Oh, he's on loan, and wow, what a good season he had on loan. Valencia coming 4th. Anything in there we need to spot? So if we go back to Real Madrid, we'll have a look at what transfers he brought in. I've seen Abner straight away, but I think that's a loan out. Transfer history. So this year he's it's a free and a release. It's nothing to. Oh, okay. June apparently in Spain isn't far enough to go into the second point. So he didn't make any signings. So he literally won the league, strolled the league with the team as it is. Now don't get me wrong, it's not a bad team, is it? Let's be honest. He's got a decent ground in there to start with. Didn't need to improve it at all to win the league. A couple of loans that are already done, I think there. Yeah. So he did what he needed to do. So what we'll do now, we'll go to the schedule. So the Super Cup. They lost that to Man United 2-1. Luka Modric getting the goal for Real Madrid. It's probably not going to show me. No, it's not. But Paul Pogba and Rashford getting the goals either side of Modric's goal. So didn't win his first. Well, no. The Super Cup in Spain is probably actually first, isn't it? Around the same sort of time somewhere, I'd imagine, yeah. And he lost that to Barcelona. So Benzema scoring a late goal after Suarez and Coutinho had given them 2-1 win and 2-0 lead at that point, and 2 away goals. And then back in Barcelona, Suarez got a goal after Vasquez got the early start, but not enough there. So not a great start for him. So we'll go to the Spanish Cup. So the fourth round they jump in at, they beat Logrones, not too sure. They then beat Valencia over 2 legs as well. I mean, quite comprehensively, really. Bilbao over 2 legs, fairly clearly. And then Barcelona in the semis get a bit of revenge in the Spanish Cup. But then they lose to Atletico Madrid 2-1 in the final. Didn't look like they were taking it massively seriously. There's a few players in there that are, I mean, it's still a strong squad, don't get me wrong. Strong lineup, but there's a few names in there. I mean, the goal, I don't even know who this guy is. 21 years old, striker. I mean, he's not amazing. He's got quite good stats. He's only 21, but one for the future, definitely. But it wasn't enough to get the goal. A late goal from Gamiro there gives them the win. Lost the semi-final to Pachuca of, is it Mexico? It is. And then won the third place playoff. So, not too sure who got to the final of that, is it? So, the group stage, Copenhagen, Basel and Maribor went through that group without even conceding a goal. No problem. 1 draw right at the end. Probably a fairly weakened team. Man United not coasted, but did enough to beat Man United. And then in the quarterfinals, he succumbed to Bayern Munich. Obviously, so many times at Arsenal, Bayern Munich were just the bane of Wenger's life. Just managed to get one over on him. Quite often towards the latter years, it became a bit of a running joke that they were going to score 5 and 6. And Bayern Munich's Twitter marketing team just ruined us every year. So let's go back now. So that's Wenger. His Real Madrid spell taken care of. Let's have a look who replaced him at Arsenal according to the game. Jorge Jesus. Okay, interesting. From, is it Sporting Lisbon at this stage? Sporting Lisbon, yeah, he was Benfica. Sporting Lisbon. That leaves that there. What we'll do now, we will go and look at Pochettino and look at the same sort of things there. So back with you in a second. Okay, so here we are. We're looking at Pochettino. And straight away you can see on this screen he's insecure. His job is insecure. Suggesting maybe not had quite the best season that we'd expect. So before we jump into that bit, let's just have a quick look at who replaced him at Tottenham. What are the odds on it being Zidane? Okay, he's Jesus again. He's just after a North London job, isn't he? It seems. Great stats for a manager. Great, coaching. Great mental stats. Good knowledge. Tends to. The young players is a good one, but probably not what Real Madrid are about too much. I think they tried to look into that with Zidane a bit more. He did promote a few, obviously being the B team manager before. He brought a few of those young guys up with him. Kind of following the Barcelona kind of mould, really. So we'll go to Real Madrid, and you can see here, did they just win the league? And they've set these... So, go to stages. No, they didn't. They finished third, clear of fourth, 4 points behind Barcelona in second, but Atletico Madrid just not romping it. They're only 4 points ahead themselves, but 8 points clear of Real Madrid. They're local rivals, obviously. And yeah, it's insecure. He must have... I mean, Real Madrid, we do know, like the Champions League, so maybe it's based a little bit more around that. So, what was I about to look at? The first division. There we go. So, goal scorers. Ronaldo finished top goal scorer. Suarez second. Messi third. That's a bit more like it, isn't it? A bit more common names in there floating around. Ramos, top of the yellow cards. Of course he is. A lot of Liverpool fans getting a bit salty about him at the moment. A lot of silly, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably not the real Liverpool fans. It's a lot of the sort of trolly kind of ones and stuff. I mean, a lot of the Liverpool fans I know in real life, they're not using Ramos as any kind of scapegoat. It just is what it is, and he's a winner. He's always been a bit of a cheat, but at the same time, Liverpool fans weren't too fussed when Suarez was doing it, were they? So swings and roundabouts, I guess, to some extent. No hatred there for Liverpool. I mean, they were unlucky to win. I mean, part of me did kind of want them to win, being the English team representing, but at the same time, the people I know that do support Liverpool, they are some of the most arrogant fans you never meet. Like they just they'd have been too much to bear all summer until the World Cup starts. So let's have a look at Real Madrid and what they did this season. So transfer wise, first of all, I'm not bothering to look at staff in these saves. I didn't with Wenger, and I'm not here. Probably not going to have done anything anyway. So he brought in De Vrij from Lazio for 21 million, rising to 30 million. Not a bad signing. Whether they need another centre back, I'm not too sure. How much did he play? He played one game. He signed in July and he played one game. 30 million for a game. Lucas Vazquez went to Villarreal for 12, rising to 14 million nearly. And he's already wanted. Who's he wanted by? Atletico Madrid. Okay, a couple of loans and youngsters there. So, not too much happening there. Tactically, we didn't look at that with Wenger, but he's playing a 3-5. Well, kind of like a 3-4-3, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, like a 3-4-2-1, something like that. Narrow. Ronaldo playing straight down the middle, but I mean, he got the goal, so you can't argue too much. But they finished third, so not maybe the best. What else were we going to look at? His fixtures. So let's see how much better he did in the competitions to Wenger. Obviously, we know the league already. The Spanish Super Cup would have been first. He lost that. What's that? 5-2 to Barcelona. So a little bit disappointing there. The European Super Cup would have followed. He won that. He beat Man United 2-0. Carvajal and Modric even. The Spanish Cup, the World Club Championship would have been next. He won that. Yeah, he did. So they beat Pachuca in the final 5-1 after extra time. So it was 1-1. It was 1-1 in normal time, and then Ronaldo scored 2 penalties in extra time, and then Benzema and run at the death for Mayoral. He's a name that keeps popping up. He's playing quite a lot, isn't he? Yeah, not a lot, but he's seeing goals. And then River Plate in the final, so it was obviously another South America. Pachuca come from North America, of course they do. So when Wenger lost, it was probably a South American team that won it. It was probably River Plate that won it, but not this time. Real Madrid win 2-0. Pochettino, so he wins the 2 European trophies he's been involved with. Well, continental trophies he's been involved with so far. Ronaldo and Asensio getting the goals there. I don't know why I've gone back. And again, so that's that. He got to the 5th round, so San Fernando beat them, but got Barcelona in the 5th round. It was always going to be a tough one. What's that? 5-2, 5-3 on aggregate, something like that. But they're out. That's all we need to know. And then finally, the Champions League, which is probably what is making him is insecure in his job, I would imagine. I don't think they'll sack him. They would have done it by now, I would think, end of June. You're getting ready, gearing up for the new season at this point. If you can get some good transfers. Got to the quarterfinals. So, a group containing Man United, Sporting Lisbon and Hoffenheim. Didn't navigate it quite so freely as Wenger did. Got wins against in both games against Hoffenheim. A win against Sporting Lisbon. Didn't lose, of course, but drew a few games, so probably won the group still. And then got Benfica in the first knockout round, 5-2 on aggregates, and losing to Barcelona. They seem to be his kryptonite, don't they? Won 2-1 at home, but with the away goal, but then lost 3-0 away. Ronaldo got 2, Coutinho got 1 just before half time, and nothing happened in the second half. And then 2 early goals from Barcelona killed it, and then 1 with 20 minutes to go from Roberto seals the deal, and they're through. So, on reflection, it's a tough one. Wenger didn't win as much, but he won the league, didn't he? But he didn't do too much in the other competitions, whereas Pochettino done a bit more in, well, he's calling probably the minor competitions. He won the Super Cup, he won the World Club Championship, but they're not your bread and butters, are they? It's the league, the Champions League, and yeah. So I'd say on reflection, Wenger probably did the better job, which is showing why Pochettino is perhaps a bit more at risk in his job, but I think he'll be fine. I don't think he will get sacked. I think he'll get another season at least. If he brings some decent players in, who knows what he can do. So, with that wrapped up, I think this video should wrap up the experiment week. We're back to normal next week with Shakhtar to glory, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I've got 2 of the 3 episodes recorded already. This week has really been about getting a bit more ahead on that, so maybe I can introduce some other things, or also just get the winter break and whatnot out of the way until we can get to the next bit of Champions League, because that always takes a bit of time, especially with a lot of saves on my Football Manager. It's slowing my laptop down, and it's running pretty slow at the moment at the best of times anyway, so it gives me a bit more time. So yeah, back on Monday with the next episode of Shakhtar to glory. I think it's episode 62, I think, off the top of my head, from the editing of it the other day. So yeah, we're back for that. If you've enjoyed this video and obviously this experiment week, let me know in the comments and drop in likes on the videos. Drop me a sub while you're there as well. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. Take care.